Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the introduction. It's a real honor and a pleasure for me to be here today with you to talk about an issue and a topic that is what I'm working on since years now. So the export and internationalization, and in this moment, obviously related to the event, the post-COVID crisis. And to draw your attention also to this really strange times we are going through. I would like to thank the organizers and also the very high-level audience and guests that are present today. Well, with the COVID-19 crisis, we really rediscovered to what extent today's world is interconnected. This is especially true with regard to our economic ties in what we can consider as a full interdependence. No country could make it alone in this globalized world, and we really have seen how much it is real in these last months. From the beginning of this pandemic, we have been the first to stress the importance of keeping trade flows between countries open, because everybody could see how the sanitary crisis will result in a terrible economic crisis. And we believe this crisis can only be mitigated by keeping international trade active and at the same time by stimulating the economy through public investments and direct support to the entrepreneurs. Italy, as you know, is primarily an exporting country. From 2010 to 2019, the Italian exports increased by 41%, reaching in 2019 a total amount of 475 billion euros, which makes up around 1/3 of the Italian GDP. The positive trend of Italian foreign trade is also witnessed by a trade surplus. As a matter of fact, since 2012, Italy has always registered a trade surplus that peaked in 2019, reaching almost 53 billion euros. That is the second in Europe after Germany. We expected to reach 500 billion euros of export in 2020, but as you can well imagine, the pandemic represented also in this regard a typical example of black swan, an unforeseeable catastrophic event. Against the COVID-19, we could only try to react by keeping our economy safe and trying to recover, also with the help of the European Union and the extraordinary effort put in place by our government. In fact, despite the positive data mentioned and an increase in our export in the first 2 months of the current year, the COVID-19 crisis has severely hit our trade. Italian imports and export has decreased sharply. In particular, in the first 7 months of 2020, export decreased by 14% and import decreased by 17% compared to the same period of 2019. But as I said, the pandemic triggered a prompt reaction from our side. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation defined an innovative strategy to relaunch our export in the aftermath of the pandemic, the so-called Export Pact, Patto per l'Export. Minister Di Maio launched this proactive strategy last June at the presence of several ministers, public authorities, and the main Italian business association. Consider that the Export Pact relies on 6 main pillars: communication, promotion, information and training, trade fairs, e-commerce, and export trade finance. Each pillar has several digital features. Let me stress that to set this strategy, we used a very inclusive approach, which we pursued through a wide online consultation process, which involved 147 Italian business associations and more than 250 participants. This wide consultation was conducive to a better understanding the needs of the business world in this critical phase and allowed us to shape our strategy for the future. First, Italian Business Association underlined the importance of developing a digital communication campaign able to convey a new image of our country with a specific focus on promoting tourism. Currently, we are defining the content of the campaign after all the European tender and everything that was made already during the summer period. Second, the private sector encouraged us to continue with our promotion initiatives that we call integrated promotion, promozione integrata, organized by our diplomatic and consular network and by the Italian trade agency offices abroad. Through these initiatives, developed also online, so to comply with social distancing measures, we aim at promoting Italian excellence in several domains, from arts and culture to science and innovation, from cinema to design, with a special priority given to the productive sectors that were more severely hit by the recent pandemic. These initiatives may represent a unique opportunity for our professionals and to showcase their work all over the world. Moreover, let me stress that we are well aware of the complexity of the current global trade scenario and its ceaseless evolution. That is the reason why the ministry is willing to act promptly to help companies improving their competencies and skills, so to be better equipped to face the challenges of our time and grasp the many opportunities globalized markets offer. To this end, we are working to make the expertise of several thousand of digital export managers available for our entrepreneurs. At the same time, we have launched an ebook to present all the instruments that we have created to the business community. And more important, we have launched the 18th of September, the new website export.gov.it that is a real public toolkit for exporting. I'm confident that this website can help our companies to take the leap into foreign markets through a step-by-step approach, and it will be also extend as a digital platform for B2B meetings and all the new needs that we have after pandemic. We have in this domain, we have also agreed new agreements with the major e-commerce platforms such as Alibaba, Amazon, JDI.com, and so on, that will help Made in Italy to be sold online in the future. And another pillar, obviously, is the trade fairs that are really dramatically eaten by the crisis. And we have first decided to give an help to the companies that have lost their own money in the springtime, being unable to participate to the fairs. But then we restarted implementing new instruments like the Fiera Smart 365, that is a platform for the B2B activities on digital beside the physical event. Another very important, probably the most important pillar of the Patto per l'Export is the trade finance. I'm proud of all the work that we had done with CMEST. I know that Pasquale Salzano will be part of the conference, so he will explain better than me what's going on, but I can give you just few data. We have simplified and expand the fund that CMEST manage for companies that want to internationalize their own activities. And the result is that we have now a fund of 1,262,000,000 euros that is available with a mix of non-repayable loans. And the numbers speaks more than me, saying that in the first 7 months of 2020, we have achieved the result of 864 million euros, when in the whole 2019, we achieved just 239 million euros of loans. It means a lot. It means that we've been able to contact directly the small enterprises, numbers that are even more important if you look at the breakdown. Consider that 98% of this money went to small and medium enterprises. 82% of them are new enterprises joining the instruments that CMS put in place. So to say that we are really looking now at granting this fund even also for 2021, and we are already working to the new budgetarian law to achieve this result. And we are really looking at simplifying the procedures even more after we included the European countries and we avoided the need of the guarantee to access the instrument. We strongly believe that through the digital developing of the enterprises, we can achieve even the digitalization of the enterprises, we can achieve even best results. And that's why we are focusing a lot on that, also through the work of other ministries. And we perfectly know how much this time is difficult and how much we have to work together as we did in the last times to overcome the situation. As I said in a recent event, we expect a new Italian Renaissance based on innovation and digitalization, and that's the way we are working on in these specific times. We already started charting our way, and we will continue to do so in the next future, also thanks to the new resources provided by the Next Generation EU, the so-called recovery plan. So let us hope that the current sanitary crisis ends soon, and I'm sure that our export will contribute substantially to our recovery. Thank you so much, and really thanks for giving such a spotlight on such an important issue. Thank you.